Hey there, fellow travelers. Welcome back to TravelVibes, your go-to spot for smart, stress-free travel tips. If you've ever felt like airport rules are changing faster than your boarding gate, you're not imagining it. From tech-savvy millennials planning solo adventures to young couples chasing bucket list destinations and even first-time flyers trying to avoid rookie mistakes, staying updated is more important than ever. In today's video, we're diving into 10 surprising airline carry-on rules that could catch you off guard in 2025. I'm here to help you navigate the new skies with confidence, so you can focus on the journey, not the baggage fees or security drama. If that sounds helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Now let's get into it. Rule number 1, the hidden danger in your carry-on, power banks and fire risks. Let's kick things off with a rule that's catching even frequent flyers off guard. If you're packing a power bank, especially one gifted by your tech-loving grandkids, listen closely. After a mid-air fire incident in early 2025, airlines have clamped down hard on portable chargers. The new rule? No power banks over 160 watt-hours. None. Zero. Zip. Even those between 100 and 160 watt-hours now require special airline approval. And here's the kicker. You can't put them in your checked baggage, only in your carry-on. For many older travelers, especially those over 60 who rely on power banks to keep medical devices or phones charged while navigating unfamiliar airports, this isn't just a suggestion. It's critical. So before your next trip, grab your glasses, check that label, and look for WA, or watt-hours. If it's too high, leave it behind. If it's just right, carry it on. One tiny oversight could mean missing your flight, or losing your power bank to the TSA bin. Let's keep going, because the next rule might just involve your favorite suitcase. Rule number 2, is your luggage smarter than TSA allows? Check this first. All right, let's keep going. And if you're someone who likes to be organized, tech-ready, and maybe even a little stylish with your luggage, this part's for you. Smart suitcases have become a favorite among older travelers. They've got USB ports, GPS tracking, and sometimes even a companion app. But here's the catch in 2025. If the battery inside that bag can't be removed easily, it's not flying. Period. This rule isn't about being picky, it's about safety. A lithium battery that can't be popped out in seconds is a fire risk. And the last place anyone wants a fire? 30,000 feet in the air. So before your next flight, do this simple check. Flip the bag over. Can you see an access panel? Can you remove the battery without a screwdriver? If the answer is no, the TSA might ask you to leave that beautiful $500 bag behind at the airport. For older adults who depend on convenience, this rule can feel like a hassle. But knowing it now means you can travel prepared, not panicked. Up next, we're tackling something that confuses almost every traveler: the liquid rules that refuse to go away. Rule number 3, the liquid loophole that isn't. Why 311 still matters. Now, let's talk about a rule that refuses to go away, no matter what the headlines say. If you've read articles claiming that liquid restrictions have been lifted, don't be fooled. In 2025, the 311 rule is still very much in effect, especially if you're flying internationally. Here's the breakdown. Liquids must be under 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters each. All containers must fit into one clear, quart-sized zip bag. And yes, you're only allowed one bag per person. Now, for many older travelers, especially those who like to bring their own creams, prescription eye drops, or travel-sized hand sanitizer, this rule can be frustrating. But trust me, losing a $60 bottle of specialty lotion at the checkpoint? Even more frustrating. Even some U.S. domestic flights may ask for compliance depending on the airport's tech setup. So the safest move? Stick with travel sizes, seal them in a clear bag, and keep them handy at the top of your carry-on. Next up, let's tackle a rule that's costing unsuspecting travelers serious money: the sneaky change in bag size that airlines aren't advertising. Rule number 4, the shrinking carry-on trick. Why your trusted bag might fail you. Now here's something that's been catching even the most seasoned travelers off guard, especially those of us who've used the same trusty carry-on for years without a problem. In 2025, airlines are quietly tightening size limits for carry-ons. While major U.S. carriers like Delta or American still allow bags up to 22 by 14 by 9 inches, many budget airlines have shrunk those dimensions without making a big announcement. And yes, gate agents are now measuring bags far more often. For older adults who prefer to keep essentials close, medications, a warm sweater, maybe even a crossword book, being forced to check a bag at the last minute can be stressful and expensive. So here's your move. Don't just guess. Measure your bag, including the wheels and handles. Double-check the size rules for your specific airline and route. Because being just 1 inch over could mean paying $60 at the gate. And that's per item. Coming up, we'll look at why those low-cost tickets aren't always the bargain they seem, and how to protect your budget before you even book. Rule number 5, the basic economy trap, when cheap flights cost you more. Let's talk about those tempting low fares you see when booking online. You know the ones. $59 for a cross-country flight? Sounds like a deal, right? Well, not exactly. In 2025, basic economy has become more restrictive than ever. And for older travelers who value comfort, predictability, and maybe even a bit of extra legroom, this is where things can go sideways fast. Here's what basic economy doesn't include anymore. No overhead bin space. No seat selection, you're assigned a seat at random. No carry-on suitcase, just one small personal item. And yes, a carry-on now costs an extra $35 to $65. For seniors who prefer sitting near a partner, need easy aisle access, or carry essentials like medications and devices, that cheap ticket suddenly comes with a pile of hidden fees. So here's my tip. Do the math before you click book. Often, when you add the cost of baggage and seat selection, standard economy is actually the smarter and cheaper choice. Up next, we're diving into a major change that's catching even experienced travelers by surprise. The ID requirement that kicks in this year. Don't miss this one. Rule number 6, the ID deadline is here. What you need to fly in 2025. Now, this next one is a biggie, especially for seniors who haven't flown in a while or aren't big on digital reminders. Starting May 7, 2025, every domestic traveler in the U.S. must show a real ID-compliant driver's license or a valid passport to get through airport security. No exceptions. Here's how to check. If your license doesn't have a little gold star in the upper corner, it's not real ID. And don't make the mistake of thinking a Medicare card, Social Security card, or voter ID will work. Unfortunately, they won't. For older adults who value smooth, stress-free check-ins, this is the kind of thing you'll want to handle before you book your next trip. Renewals can take time, and lines at the DMV are expected to get long as the deadline approaches. So if you've got travel plans this year, double-check your ID now. Trust me, the last place you want to discover a problem is at the airport with your shoes off and a boarding pass in hand. Next up, let's talk about some surprisingly everyday items that can still get you flagged at security. Yes, even the harmless ones. Rule number 7, everyday items that could get you stopped. Don't let these surprise you. You've made it through packing, check-in, and security lines, only to get stopped for something you never even thought twice about. Sound familiar? In 2025, TSA has tightened the rules on a surprising list of everyday items. And yes, that includes things seniors often pack for comfort or practicality. Here's what's raising red flags. Powders over 12 ounces, like protein drink mix, baby formula, or even baking soda. Camping gear, including small tent poles and aluminum stakes. Toy weapons, like plastic lightsabers, Nerf guns, or action figures with tiny swords. And sports equipment, from golf clubs to collapsible walking sticks. It all comes down to this. If it looks like a weapon, or could be used as one, it probably won't make it past security. For older travelers heading out on hiking trips, bringing gifts for grandkids, or simply carrying their daily routine items, this rule can be frustrating. But knowing it ahead of time gives you power. When in doubt, check TSA's "What Can I Bring" list. Or better yet, put it in checked baggage and save yourself the stress. Up ahead, a big change from one of America's favorite airlines might just affect how you pack and what it costs you. Stay tuned. Rule number 8, the end of free bags? Even Southwest has changed the game. All right, this one's going to sting, especially for travelers who've been loyal to Southwest for years. You know that golden rule we've all come to count on? Bags fly free? Well, not anymore. As of 2025, even Southwest has joined the rest of the pack, quietly rolling out baggage fees that used to be unthinkable. Now you can expect charges for your first and second checked bags, oversized carry-ons, and even priority boarding or seat selection. For older adults who love Southwest for its simplicity, no hidden fees, choose your seat on board, friendly service, this change can feel like the rug's been pulled out from under you. But here's how to stay ahead. Plan your total travel cost before you book. Airlines across the board are moving to this unbundled pricing model, meaning every little service comes with a price tag. So before you check that favorite suitcase or expect early boarding, double-check what's included in your ticket. Coming up next, the tech that's changing how we move through security, and why it still might not mean less hassle just yet. Rule number 9. New scanners, same old rules. Don't be fooled by the hype. You may have heard that airport security is getting a tech upgrade. And it's true. TSA is rolling out new CT scanners at checkpoints across the US, promising faster, easier screening. Sounds great, right? Especially for seniors who travel with medications, electronics, or just want to avoid the hassle of constantly unpacking and repacking. But here's the thing. Not every airport has these scanners yet. And even in the ones that do, they're often limited to select lanes or terminals. So for now, play it safe. Still pack your liquids in a clear, quart-sized zip bag. Still expect to remove your laptop when going through security. Unless you're directed to a lane clearly marked as CT scanner enabled, it's best to follow the traditional routine. Older travelers often prefer predictability and structure, so don't count on skipping steps just yet. These changes are coming, but they're not fully here. And finally, we're wrapping things up with one smart trick that pulls everything together, saving you time, stress, and yes, even money. Let's get to the last rule. Rule number 10, the one-page travel trick that outsmarts airport chaos. Let's wrap things up with a simple habit that can make your entire trip smoother, especially if you like to feel prepared, avoid surprises, and don't want to rely on memory or Wi-Fi at the worst moment. It's called the pre-flight compliance card. And no, it's not something you buy. It's something you build. Think of it as your custom travel cheat sheet. Here's how to make one. Screenshot your airline's baggage size and weight limits. Save any notes on power bank restrictions or banned items. Add seasonal or destination-specific baggage rules. And keep a copy of the airline's customer service number. One traveler, an older woman headed to Florida, used her compliance card to avoid a $150 baggage fee. The agent said her bag was oversized. She pulled out the screenshot. Problem solved. For seniors especially, I recommend printing a hard copy with large text. Phones die, apps crash, Wi-Fi disappears, but a printed card in your travel wallet? That's peace of mind you can count on. Now let's bring everything together with a closing that makes your next flight feel a whole lot more empowering. Ready? Let's land this, and there you have it. 10 powerful practical rules that can help you breeze through the airport in 2025 without the stress, the surprise fees, or the last-minute panic. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or someone planning that long-awaited family visit or dream vacation, knowing these changes means you stay one step ahead. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being prepared. And here on Travel Vibes, we're here to help you do exactly that. So, if this video saved you from even one airport headache, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more tips made just for travelers like you, and share it with a friend who could use a travel confidence boost. Until next time, travel smart, stay curious, and never stop exploring.